Let's see if we fit here. If not, then we'll have to move again, right? See how many will be there. Well, is it too crowded?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who agrees? Yeah. Should we go up there then?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can barely stand. I don't want to step on anybody's fingers. I want to go right up here. Right up here. Come all the way up here. Right up there. Oh, that's a nice big crowd. Well, who remembers what we were talking about last time when I was talking in the book of Mark? Who remembers what it was about? No, this is already past that. What was one person doing with his dust off the feet, right? When did Jesus say to dust off the feet? When you go into the house or when you go out of the house? Out. Normally we would do it when we go in, right? Now we would shake the dust off our feet. But why did he say to do that? Who can answer that? If they don't accept the message, and it was a testimony, a sign against them saying, if you don't accept it, I have to leave. And then that would be a sign to them that, whoa, they walked away. And they took the dust off their feet when they walked. And so, what did I just start sharing a little bit after that? Who remembers? You got your Bible there. You're sneaking in there. But it's good that you have your Bible. I'm glad you have it. That way you remember better. But you can say, what was it? After that. After this dusting. Remember Herod, King Herod? Who remembers that? What did King Herod do? What did he do to John the Baptist? Now we know, right? Lucas. Yeah. So that was some scary times for a man in prison probably, right? But you know what? He just shared a little bit about it last time, but we will go back into it. We'll start in verse 14. So Jesus had healed many people, had helped many people, and then it says in verse 14, and King Herod heard of him. Heard of who? Jesus. But who did he think Jesus was? It says, and he said that John the Baptist was risen from the dead. That's who King Herod thought. Why did he think that?
Because he thought John the Baptist was, he was supposed to be praised.
He really liked John the Baptist, and now he beheaded him, and he felt bad, right? And so now he thought, uh-oh, I have done something wrong, and now he's come back. So King Herod was scared. He said that John the Baptist is risen from the dead, and therefore mighty works do show forth themselves in him. And then it says, others said that it is Elias, and others said that it is a prophet, or as one of the prophets. So they all thought Jesus was somebody else, but listen to what King Herod said in verse 16. It says, but when Herod heard of it, he said, it is John the Baptist whom I beheaded. He is risen from the dead. So, I don't know. To me, it seems like King Herod was probably a little scared of this because he knew he did something wrong. And then it says, for Herod himself had sent forth and laid hold upon John and bound him in prison for Herodias' sake, his brother Philip's wife, for he had married her. That was not good. He took his brother's wife and married her. That's not right. His brother was still alive. And he took his wife away. That's not right, right? And then it says, for John had said unto Herod, it is not lawful for thee to have thy brother's wife. It's not right that you have your brother's wife. And so John the Baptist, he just said it straight out to Herod, said it is not right that you have your brother's wife. And Herod, he probably kind of felt like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have, but now he did it. Now he's just keeping her. But Herod's wife, she didn't like it either that John the Baptist said this. Herod's wife was not very nice. It says, therefore, Herodias had a quarrel against him, against John, and would have killed him, but she could not. She would have really liked it if she could have somehow killed John the Baptist already. So this is how it is all happening. So before it said that John the Baptist was already beheaded, but now they're telling the story of how it happened, what all went on when it happened, right? So Herodias, she would have long liked to kill John the Baptist because she didn't like him saying that. She didn't like it that he would always say, you shouldn't have your brother's wife. Let's not pull on this wire because then you'll come crashing down. That would hurt. And then she wanted to kill him but could not. You know why? Because Herod, the king, he feared John, knowing that he was a just man and a holy man, and he observed him. So Herod, he liked to listen to John. He thought John was a good man, he was a holy man, he was a righteous man. So when John was speaking, Herod really listened closely. And Herod would say, no way, we're not going to kill him. His wife would have long liked to kill him already, and Herod would not let it because he feared him. He knew that John, he was a good man. He obeyed God, and he was saying words that came from God, so he knew not to kill him. So Herod feared John, knowing that he was a just man and a holy man, and he observed him. He always watched him closely. He always watched John the Baptist. What would he say? What would he do? And so he watched him closely. And when he heard him, he did many things and heard him gladly. So Herod had always gladly listened to John the Baptist. When John the Baptist would say something, Herod would be like, well, what is he saying? What's he saying now? What is he saying now? And so he would hear him gladly, and he would do many things. What kind of things did he do? He did a lot of things that John the Baptist said, but one thing he did not do. What did he not do? He did not give his wife to his brother again. He would not do that. And then it says, when a convenient day was come, there was a convenient day was come, that Herod on his own birthday made a supper for his lords and high captains and chief estates of Galilee. So he threw his own birthday party. Do you guys do that too? Throw your own birthday party? No, I think mom and dad probably always does it, right? They always say, well, we're going to have a birthday party for Keegan. Or we're going to have a birthday party for who? For you. For you. For you. And then your parents do it for you, right? You don't do it yourself. Nobody puts their own birthday party out, yes? They what? You blew them up? That was fun, right? And your friends were all able to come. But your mom and dad said, we'll have a birthday party, right? See? It was your mom and dad that did it. You didn't do it yourself, but you helped. That's a good thing. But he was making his own birthday party, and it was convenient. A convenient day. So, now listen to verse 22. It says, when the daughter of the said Herodias came in, so this was his wife's daughter, not his daughter. The daughter of Herodias came in and danced in front of Herodias, and it pleased Herod. Now, Herod's not a very good man. He liked to watch girls dance, and that wasn't good. And them that sat with him. And guess what the king said? He said unto this girl, this damsel, ask of me whatever you will, and I will give it to you. That's a pretty big promise, right? Whatever you want, I'll give it to you. He said, listen, he goes on, he goes, and he sware unto her, whatsoever thou shalt ask, I will give it thee unto the half of my kingdom. So if he's king over lots of people, lots of land, a lot of things. And he says, I'll give you half if you want. Anything up to half of everything that is under me. That's a lot. That's a lot to say.
I wish my dad would do that to me at our house.
Would you do that, Abe? Your son wishes you would give half of your stuff to him. That's a lot. But that's a lot of things to promise, is it not? And he probably had a lot of things. And then listen. Unto half of my kingdom. And this girl, she didn't know what to say. What should I ask for? Probably starting to think, what should I all ask for? What does he all have? What should I ask for? So she went forth and said to her mother, hey, what should I ask for? What should I ask for from the king? What does he all have? What should I ask for? And you know what the mother said? And the mother said, the head of John the Baptist. That's what you should ask for. I don't care about all those things, but the head of John the Baptist. That's pretty rude. That's pretty cruel. Really? A man's head? That's pretty sad. Yes, no? You would ask for the throne, but you probably wouldn't have wanted to give that up. But that'd be a pretty big thing to ask for. But listen, the head of John the Baptist, really? That's what you would ask for? That's pretty bad. Who would do that, right? Can't even think how somebody would ask for something like that. But she wanted him dead so badly already, and she said, here's my chance. And she came in straightway with haste, this girl did, unto the king and asked, saying, I will that thou give me by and by in a charger the head of John the Baptist. You know what a charger is? It's probably kind of like a fancy plate that they use to serve at parties. So they probably were using some of those chargers, some of those plates right there to serve at the birthday party. And she says, get one of those chargers and get me the head of John the Baptist in it. Now that's pretty bad. And then it says, and the king was exceeding sorry. I wish I would not have said that. Just wait. I wish I would not have said, I'll give you anything, up to half my kingdom. Now he was sorry, because he did not think that they would ask for such a thing. He thought they would probably ask for a nice house, or some beautiful clothes, or just anything. But he did not think that she would ask for the head of John the Baptist. He just didn't think that would even happen. But yet, because he had said, for his oath's sake, it says, because he said he would give anything, and for their sake that heard it, all around him they said, oh, you said. You ever tell your brothers or sisters that? You said. Or your mom and dad? You said.
Okay, we're going to go to that house. You said.
You said, yes.
My dad said he would give me $10
You said. You reminded him, right? You said. So everybody around him heard that, and they said, whoa, what's he going to do now? He said he would give anything. So for his old sake and for their sake that sat with him, he would not reject her. He did not say no. Well, he thought to himself, in front of everybody, I just made a big promise. I better keep it. That's what he said. And immediately the king sent an executioner. You know what an executioner is? Somebody that...
Somebody that kills other people.
Yeah, in the law, as for the king, exactly. And commanded his head to be brought. Oh, and he went and beheaded him in the prison. Isn't that pretty sad? That's sad, right? And he brought his head in a charger, in that plate, and gave it to this girl, this damsel, and the damsel gave it to her mother. This is what they were after. And I don't know if this was planned or plotted. If this was something that they were trying to trick the king in one way or another because it said it was a convenient day to do something. And Herodias probably knew that the king would not be able to say no, or probably would promise something if her beautiful daughter would dance in front of him. So I don't know what all went on there, but it was trickery. That's what it was. Now, what can we learn from this? Sometimes we are in a time and we say something, and then later we're like, oh, I wish I wouldn't have said that. Oh, I wish I wouldn't have gave him this. And then you're sorry in your heart you did it, but somebody else said, you said. And then like, oh, I did say. Right? Don't make promises too quickly if you can't keep them. Right? And so... And always promise things that are good, not just anything. So, we would never ask others to do something either to trick them and make them promise things that we know we're going to get something out of it, and they're going to be caught and they won't know how to get out of it, and then we made them say, give something that they didn't really want to give. Never trick others. Don't trick each other. Don't trick your friends. Don't trick your brothers and sisters. Don't trick your parents. Don't trick anybody. If you're truthful and you have a good heart to help others, or to be kind to them rather, right? Because you don't want them to trick you, do you? Jesus said, do unto others as you would have them do to you. What would you have others want to do to you? What kind of things would you like it if others did to you? Anybody want to say? What would you like it if others did to you? Yes. That's right. You wouldn't want to trick them you wouldn't want somebody to trick you out of it, right? You wouldn't want to be tricked, right? What would you have others do to you?
I treat people
That's what you would like if people did that to you? Yeah. But what would you like it if people did to you? You don't care? No. But would you like it if they said kind things to you? So you would want to say kind things to others, right? Would you like it if people said, I like you. You want to play a game with me? That's what you would like if people did to you, right? So you want to do the same thing back, right? So that others can feel the same thing that you would like to feel, right? So always do unto others as you would have them do unto you, not trickery. Trickery doesn't work because then people start to think, uh-oh, I don't know. What will they do? Trick me again? Right? So we're supposed to be kind to each other, right? Okay, I think we went a little bit over our time. We'd better go back to our seats. Whose book is this one? Is this yours?